Welcome to another edition of album reviews.
You gotta look at that, remember?
You gotta look at your fucking whatever.
We're reviewing shit, it's been a while.
It's been such a long time. Really should be going, yeah.
That's the thumbnail.
Time doesn't wait for me, keeps on going. Nah. Today we're doing Gutted.
Gutted, both of them.
And
we've been on hiatus after Vegas, and he's been down picking in some band.
Hey,
how do you feel
everybody.
about that?
I feel great. Had our first jam with Matt Kilner, and he killed it.
What's your band called again? Like Golgoism?
Golgasm.
Oh, Golgasm. I think I heard of them once. All right, so let's get into it. So, Repulsive Echo was kind enough to send us a bunch of things to review, and we've been really dumb and took like 3 to 4 months to review them, but we're getting on it now.
And this is a fake gun, by the way.
Yeah, they're a wicked Greek label that's been re-releasing a lot of like old awesome shit. We were just like listening to a bunch of albums that they were already re-releasing.
Yeah.
And so
here we are
naturally. So
that's what brings us to Gutted, is they re-released the classic.
He both these classics. More of this one. How you calling me right now? Come on.
Your mom's calling you. Say hi for me.
I will later. Bitch ass. All right, so first we got
on to the review.
Bleed for Us to Live.
Bleed for us to live.
So
wow.
Speaking of Celtic Frost, but yeah, so this album is 1994 from Toledo, Ohio.
Right when Nirvana was making it big.
So the band is all brothers.
I didn't know they were brothers until moments ago, and
Mark Ditch, Scott Ditch, and Michael Ditch, R.I.P.
And do you know any other bands with 3
No, I do not.
brothers? What about the Bee Gees?
I don't know any bands.
The Bee Gees, the Gibb brothers. Anyways,
what's a Bee Gees song even? I don't even know.
He gave this CD to me, and right away I was digging it. Straight up 90s.
Yeah, look at like
Swedish worship.
The nice like fucking like inlay they make for everything, and you know it's nice. There's the brothers. But yeah, like you thought this was European.
I thought this was from like Sweden, mainly. Even though I've seen that cover before.
It's awesome.
I've probably checked it out just in the
always on the YouTube
abyss
on the
of YouTube.
Yeah.
All those shit.
Just keep clicking the right of YouTube and going through the shit.
So yeah, I've seen that cover quite a bit, and to hear that they're American is really cool. It's cool to see bands from different parts of the world that just kind of at same eras of innovation with metal. They were kind of right there with them, yet opposite sides of the world.
There's a definitely like cool Entombed vibe to this, like the big like
especially track 2 where it's like just goes right into like a straight up Swedish death metal beat.
Yeah. And even like the ones with like the big choruses and stuff, like Death Before Dismember and shit like that. Yeah, this album, the production's fucking really heavy. I think it's one of like my favorite like early death metal productions. Like one of the probably like most prevalent parts of this album is you can actually hear audible bass in a death metal album, which is audible bass. Some of these have the best like fucking like bass intros. It's like fucking song
exactly
5,
what it sounds like.
Chopped Up at the Altar. Chopped Up. Actually, the lyrics on this album are pretty crazy in some parts too. It's almost like bordering on like brutal death metal. Like I was reading the ones to track 8, fucking skeletonized, and it's about he like finds his like wife like in bed with another man and like shoots him in the head and blows his brains all over the wall, and then ties her to the bed and pours gasoline on her and burns her alive.
Okay.
And then
Sounds
all
like
that's left
an
is a skeleton.
American domestic
disturbance.
disturbance.
Chopped up at the altar. It's like fucking like, I think like one of the lyrics is like
Mutilated child.
mutilated child.
Yeah, I could hear that when I was listening.
Naked lying in the aisle. It's like, all right. There's a lot of
Plus, I mean, not to interrupt you, but the vocals are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They're really for that year.
very like John Tardy-esque.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, really delivers.
I like his like, cause like all the death metal guys are like really like in a lot of cases like faster delivery, and there's like parts where he like really takes his time, like only like delivers like one. I think it's like
He draws it out.
it's like nailed to the cross, I think, or something. It's like. And like it really goes with the music and shit, because like a lot of guys would just be like,
Well, it helps with a lot of stuff's mid-tempo.
yeah. And I forget which
So,
fucking
It
song it
matches
is.
the vocals.
It might be chock full of guts, but there's like a really cool part. I might be wrong on this, but it's like bass and guitar, and it's like, and then the vocals like, it's fucking dope. I'll find it. I'll put it in there, and you'll hear it. That'll be great.
And that's how he rocks out to it. He's like in his car.
Yeah, he plays it really
yelling
high,
at
like a
people.
little Matt Chanway boy.
Who?
Who? Yeah. So this,
Awkward pause number 1.
I'll do some like weird like zoom editing there.
So what's your rating?
I give this a solid 9. I don't really like Death Before Dismember very much, just because it's like a bit long and the chorus is a bit too chorusy for me. And then the last song is kind of boring, but the outro is amazing. I think it's just an awesome album just to put on and just fucking let it rip through. It's a very, very classic DM album, and I feel dumb for not hearing it until now.
I would rate it higher if I had heard this a while back, but you know, all things considered, I'd probably give it like an 8.7 out of 10. There's nothing bad
And
about
not
it.
all
I
the
just
lyrics are good.
don't listen to this shit much anymore. And that's not to take away from like the quality of it, but
Not enough down picking, you heard it, folks.
nah, it's not always about down picking.
That's not what you always say off camera. You literally say everything's about down picking.
Because it's a joke. Mr. Serious over here. If I had heard this right around the time I heard Entombed and a bunch of other stuff, I would probably rate it higher.
There's a
That's
couple
all I
things
would
on here
say.
too, like Kicking the Corpse is fucking dope. I think that might have been the song with the bass part, but it's like the lyrics are so dumb. It's like about like actually like kicking and like just like kicking a corpse. Like,
That lives to the title of the song.
yeah, I guess it's just like, but you'd think like Skeletonized is about burning your wife to death and then what's left is her skeleton. So it's not like as literal as kicking a corpse is literally about like kicking a corpse. Like, I don't know about that one. All right, so next we got
So
this
stupid.
with the naked dude on it. You can almost see his crotch in there. Is it big? Is it small? I don't know.
Let's see the cover. I'm not too keen on the cover.
Me neither. It is
But
better than the
it's
original
kind of-
cover.
it
I'll put the original
could have
cover
been
up.
done within those years of, you know, technology.
Look at this cover,
slowly
though.
coming along, and
That's the
yeah,
original
whatever.
cover, like,
There's so
like-
many bad covers though. You can't just
Yeah, that one's
eat
super
it up
fucking
too
lazy.
much.
You can tell. I'm pretty sure their label went under. That's why this looks like it does. Yeah, Red Light Records went out, and then their whole roster pretty much dissolved. So these guys kind of did one last hurrah. So this one's a bit of a weird one on the reissue side because it is their 1997 album for the first 5 tracks. So the first 3 are new tracks, and then it's a Venom cover off At War with Satan, Manitou. It's like a fucking slower song. And then Mask of Sanity. So those 5 are like the new album. And then there's 4 re-recorded songs off of first album, Bleed For Us To Live. And then it has the 2 demos included on here. Into the Gates of Insanity from 92 and Disease from 93. So if you're like a Gutted fan, this is like pretty much these 2 right here is their entire discography. So that's, that's pretty
that would
cool,
be
right?
mandatory if you're a diehard fan, because you know how much the demos can be
how hard that shit's
better.
gonna be
It can be better than the album.
Yeah.
So
I would say if you're like a huge fan and like you're really interested in hearing all those demos and having all of this in one spot, this is a must own. But as far as their 1997 album goes, it's just like the tone is awesome. The guitar tone, everything's beefed up. It sounds great. But just the songwriting is just a little bit boring for me. It's just more of the same. Yeah, it's just more of the same, but without like the magic of the first album in a lot of spots.
Yeah, I have to be in a mindset to enjoy stuff like this.
Yeah, it's just a bit too like there's no like blasting or like any fast.
Well,
it's fine.
It delivers what you want out of this style.
It's like an obituary kind of
can be limiting.
But the riffs aren't as catchy as Obituary. Like there's no like body bag or like fucking like.
Well, there's only one fucking sound.
There's only one obituary.
There's only one body bag, dude.
Is there?
Well, you know what I mean.
Well. And
that's then, like saying like, oh, this doesn't sound like Morbid Angel.
No, it doesn't.
Well, exactly.
That'd be better if you don't
like
sound like it.
Doesn't sound like Obituary.
Be a lot better if you did.
Well, anyways, what would you rate this one? Like, you can't even rate it because it's half the shit's from this, so it's like you're pretty much rating the same thing.
Yeah, and then it's like if you want the demos all in one spot too, but like the demos are like they fucking like. I'm probably gonna get some hate for this, but I'm never really a big fan of demos if there's like other stuff out. It's like I don't know. Like it's cool to kind of like watch where people came from, but it's almost like way too raw a lot of the time to even hear what's going on.
I think there's
there is
demos that are better, like
these
Disincarnate with Alex Marquez on drums. There's some parts that are better than the album because of his attack and what he brings, being a classic.
But if those are re-recorded, then usually that.
I get you. It's just whatever.
Well, I guess like that Demented Ted shit. That's one of those.
Yeah, Demented Ted's demo's way better. It's like
so crazy. It does happen, but.
I mean, Mantis and Death demos are amazing.
Yeah, but I think on this, it's just like if you're a diehard fan, it's like pretty cool. But as far as like being an album for like, if we're just rating the album off, I don't even know like how to rate this because like, would you just rate the '97 one, I guess, or the package itself?
I'd rate it
because the package itself gets a 9, but the album from '97 gets like maybe a 6.
I'd rate it the same or a touch less than the other album.
Yeah, you pretty much need both if you're gonna get these. You can find them at repulsiveecho.com right there. And thanks again for
keep your stick
sending
on
that shit in. It's great.
Your head up cross in the middle.
Yeah, we got some more shit on the way.
Don't forget
Sorry this
to
took
get
so long.
The Honey Cruller with your Tim's double. And
no one knows.
Curling is not a sport.
Sure it is.
No, it's not.
Invented by Canada. We invented after World War II to defend your freedom.
I don't even know if Canadians invented curling.
Am I gonna get this will get like demonetized instantly.
We don't make money from this though. How can it be something that's not?
I don't know.
And on to next chapter of Demigod Ascendancy. Stay tuned. We're gonna get way more reviews, and fucking keep your stick on the ice.
Yeah, smack your mom in the mouth for me. Saw, dude.